Hi, I am Mount West and I make music for games. I am the creator of AMAPP, and in this video I want to give you an installation guide of how you can get started with AMAPP yourself. So starting from today, I've created a new tier on my Patreon which will allow you to subscribe and start downloading and using AMAPP yourself. Let's get into the installation process. Here we can find the AMAPP Patreon page that I have created for you. So if you click on membership, you can go down and see our tiers that we have available. So currently we have a non-user tier. This is just for support. So if you just want to support the AMAPP without actually using it yourself, this is for you. We have a closed beta member tier as well. This has been limited and it's sold out right now. But here we have now, this is the AMAPP pre-open beta ninja tier. So if you want to be a ninja and come in very early on in the life of this application, then this is the tier that you sign up to. And remember, as long as you have this benefit on the tier, early access to the AMAPP beta version, then you will be able to use AMAPP yourself. So you subscribe there, and once you do that, you will get a welcome message that is something like this one. Thank you for subscribing to the AMAPP tier. And down here, you will find a link to our Discord community. So join our Discord community, join the conversation. We will have bug reports and crash reports coming in here. It's also a chance to interact and get to know other game composers who are working with AMAPP. And above that one, we have the download link for the AMAPP. But there's also another way to download AMAPP. So if we go into my webpage called mountwestmusic.com/AMAPP, you will find this website, which have a download button on it. So once we click this button, or once we click the link from before, we will go into this Patreon page. It asks if we can view the Patreon identity information and account status. We simply click allow, which brings us to a download page. And you can see we got a downloaded file and it's redirecting us to this thank you message. This means we have now verified our subscription and we are allowed to download the AMAPP ourselves. Before we actually start installing the AMAPP, we should have two very important things ready for it. So the first one is Reaper. You should try to be installed on the latest version of Reaper possible. So go in there and get updated. And secondly, you should have Repack installed. Repack is a package manager for Reaper, but I will not go into this right now. Chances are you have already installed them if you are a Reaper user and you use scripts like most Reaper users do. But if you have not installed them, make sure you go through this process. And I'll make sure to link these as well. So let's go into Reaper. Once we have everything in order with Reaper and Repack, we can simply go to Options to first find where our scripts folder are located. So we go down to Options and click Show Reaper Resource Path in Explorer/Finder. Once we have that open, we will see that our scripts folder is located down here. And we double click there, and this is the folder where usually all your scripts are downloaded and installed inside of. And here we need to first create a new folder. I will call it AMAPP. And we should open that folder up. Now we should go back to our browser and find the downloaded files that we have. And it's currently a zip folder. So we should extract it and have all the contents in this folder inside of our newly created scripts folder inside of the Reaper resources. So I'll simply mark all of these and then drag them and drop them inside of there. Let's go back into Reaper. Now we should be able to go into our actions list by clicking Actions, Show Action List. And this is where we'll create a new action with AMAPP so we can quickly start AMAPP every time we want to use it. We click New Action, Load Rescript. And this is the scripts folder that we just created our new AMAPP folder in. We click AMAPP and we click AMAPP V1 closed beta. By clicking open, we now include that in our actions list. This means we can add a hotkey to it. I like to add it to F12. Click OK. And then every time I want to open the AMAPP, I can simply click F12, or I can mark this script and click Run. The first time we run AMAPP, it will start looking for missing dependencies. So if you are missing a library or some extended features and functionalities that are required for AMAPP, this message will come up and prompt you to install them in the next window. If you're using a lot of scripts, then chances are this will not be an issue and we'll simply jump to the next part. So if this does not happen to you, you can simply skip this chapter. But if this happens to you, you need to click OK and install them inside of the next window. To install these missing libraries, we will mark them, click Actions, and Install/Update Selection. Once they are marked with an I here, we can click OK, and it will install the missing libraries directly. And if everything has gone well, we will get a new message that says that these newly installed files won't be loaded until Reaper is restarted, which means we need to click OK and restart Reaper. So with all the libraries and dependencies installed, we can now go back into our actions list and mark AMAPP again and run it. And now we get a new message that says the AMAPP has been installed. First, we have a license agreement, so read through it and click Accept. And before we start, I have a message for you that you should read through before starting using the AMAPP. So once you're ready to authorize AMAPP through your Patreon account, you can click Authorize Now, where it will ask you to allow Patreon to send anonymous and encrypted information about your subscriptions to AMAPP. We will see that it's registering. And now we get back to the Patreon page. We click Allow. And we will get a verification message that the AMAPP has been registered to your Reaper. We can now go back to Reaper and we can see that it's registered and that the membership has been verified. This means you have now verified your subscription and you're ready to use AMAPP yourself. Click Start and you have AMAPP ready here. Like that. That's it for installing AMAPP. If you get stuck somewhere in the installation process, remember we have a Discord community with great people who wants to help you get started. If you run into any bugs or if there are any features that doesn't work like you expected it would be, or if it crashes, please take the messages that you get and any information that you may find, take screen captures and save them in our Discord community and get help there. It's a great community and we save all our bug reports and our discussions about AMAPP and the features that we will work on in the future. So everything will be kept there in the Discord community so everybody can join the conversation on how we should develop this application. If you want any more instructions on how to get started, I will have more videos coming out which should be available on my YouTube channel with more detailed explanations on all the features that the AMAPP have right now and potential features that will come up in the future. If you have any frustrations or features that you are missing, let us know. So this is an application that is designed for you and improve the way we work with adaptive music in games. Every little bit of feedback helps a lot. So please come to our Discord community and hang out there and see how this thing evolves. It's an exciting project and there's a lot of great people involved in using it already. And I'm so excited to see that you want to be on board with AMAPP yourself and to support the development of this application. Okay,